Well, that was a shocker. What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean & Green Lawn Service in beautiful South Georgia. Hey, hope y'all are having a great day today. Yeah, it's gonna be personal today, okay? And some of you already know this because you follow me on social media platforms, Facebook in particular. And so you already know what this is going to be about. So I've already had some people reach out to me and just say, hey man, you know, we just heard the news and we just checking on you, you know. So hey, I do appreciate those of you that reached out to me, you know, people that I don't even really know, but you know, I appreciate that anyway. Just want to say that. And I don't even really know where to start at. You know, it's tough for me. It's still tough today. Yesterday was one of the worst days of my life. But it was my decision, you know, and I chose for it to be that way. So most of you that follow the channel, you've been here for a while. You know I'm the pastor at the O'Quinn Baptist Church, and or at least I am for the next month. So I gave my resignation to my church family yesterday after a little over 9.5 years serving there, and it was tough. It was tough, man. It was hard. I knew it was going to be hard, and it was even harder than I thought it was going to be. So if you're not in ministry, this is probably going to be hard for you to understand. For the couple of pastors maybe that watch the channel, you'll identify with this immediately. Pastoring a church is kind of like being married to a church. And when either the church comes to you and says, hey, we don't want you to be our pastor anymore, or the pastor goes to the church and says, hey, I don't think I'm supposed to be your pastor anymore. It's like a divorce, man. It is, so, I mean, if like, for those of you that had a girlfriend or a boyfriend that you thought you were going to marry, and then one day y'all broke up and you were brokenhearted and grief-stricken, that's how it feels. That's the only way I know how to explain it. And because, you know, 9.5 years, man, you develop some deep, meaningful relationships. And it's not that, okay, I'm leaving the church and I don't have those relationships anymore. I mean, I still love the people, still friends, you know, all that kind of good stuff. But it just seems different, you know. It's just, and I wasn't asked to leave. So I said something about if a church asks you to leave. Our church has been tremendously good to us. I told my wife when we come to this conclusion that we believed it was time to move on, that I said, you know, we will probably never find another church that will love us like this church has loved us. I mean, it has been phenomenal. So why do that? And I want to explain this the right way. Sometimes you have to do things that are hard to do for the good of everybody involved, right? And I just came to the conclusion that as hard as I tried, I just wasn't, I had been it's hard to explain, I don't know. I feel like I had been the person that the church had needed for the last 9 years, okay? Man, I know that thing's getting loud. Let me see if I can turn that. I got to figure out how to turn this fan down. Man, I don't even know how to turn the fan down in this truck. So if this makes sense, I have been the person, you know, that they needed for the last 9 years, but I just didn't feel like I was going to be the person to lead them into the next 9 years, you know, like, and you know, this was months of contemplating, months of going back and forth. You know, I should do this, I shouldn't do this. It's the right thing to do, it's not the right thing to do. I mean, this is, this has been a WWE wrestling match in my heart, you know, for months. And so, you know, and what finally led me to my decision was this. What really helped make my decision is the fact that I was indecisive about whether I should stay or go. I kept going back and forth. One day it's like, no, we got to charge this hill. You know, I just got to make it happen. I got to make it happen. I got to be the person that they need me to be for, you know, the next 5 years, 10 years, whatever the case might be. And then the next day I was back to, I'm just not the right person. You know, and so after going through that cycle over and over, I finally said, you know, I think I got my answer, because I am indecisive, and nobody likes an indecisive leader. I was just riding down here to check out the property while I talk. So nobody likes an indecisive leader, and it was not fair, in my estimation, to the church for them to follow me if I was going to be indecisive. And you know, so again, right, wrong, indifferent, at some point I just had to make a decision. And so it's been tough though, man. It's unbelievable. Now, some people have asked, are you done with ministry? You know, there's two sides of the coin. On the one side of the coin, I've had a couple of people reach out and say, hey, we got this opportunity. You know, I'm not looking for anything, man. And then on the other side of the coin, you know, there has been, you know, people saying, hey, are you getting out of ministry? Are you done? I mean, what's the deal? And it's like, no. So what I'm waiting on, or, you know, what I'm looking to down the road, so before I came to Eau Quinn, I was what we call bivocational. That is, I pastored a church. It's usually a smaller church, and you have a full-time job, right? So that's what I did before I came to Eau Quinn. And I came to Eau Quinn knowing it would be full-time, and thinking that, you know, full-time was what I wanted, is what I desired. And I did. I really enjoyed it. But I got people flying around me here. It's my neighbor. Where are you headed, to the doctor, man?
Yeah.
Let me turn my... All right, I had to stop and talk to my neighbor just a minute. So, yeah, you know, the future, we just see what's in store, you know, and look at opportunities. But, you know, I think bivocational, that is understanding that, you know, there's really no such thing as a part-time pastor. You know, if you love the people, you're gonna be there, you're gonna do anything you can for them. Now, you are hindered if you got a job that requires you, you know, to be somewhere from 8 to 5 and you can't leave, and, you know, all that kind of stuff, you know, so that certainly plays into it. But the church understands that. They understand that they hired you on that premise. And so, to me, it was not fair having a business and, you know, not that the business interfered with ministry, but it made it tough. And I couldn't with a good conscience draw a check full time from the church and have a business. You know, I mean, it really just become, I mean, so that's kind of two parts of it. One is being the right person for the future. Number two is, you know, my status full-time versus bivocational. So anyway, I don't, you know. So, yeah, that's it. So, you know, if you hear something about it or whatever, that's the scoop, man. That's what's going on. And as I've said numerous times, you know, it was man, that church has been just a tremendous blessing in our life. You know, not an ounce of regret. You know, I mean, I left a job and packed up and moved my family over here. And you might say, man, you did all that and now you left. I bet you wish you hadn't come. Not for a second. Thankful. Thankful that I came, you know. So, I mean, it's, I know not everybody that watches the channel agrees with where I stand. And that's okay. I mean, I hope that, you know, obviously, I hope that one day you will see things the way I see it, but the way I see it is this. The Lord gives and the Lord takes away. The Lord opens doors and the Lord closes doors. And our responsibility as His creation is just simply to make the most of the opportunities that He presents to us. And so I'm thankful for this opportunity I've had to come over here and to meet these people and to be a part, you know, of this church and this ministry and this community here. And is it sad? Yes. I mean, I want to get teary-eyed just thinking about it. But, you know, I would have never known this opportunity and these people had I not let go of another opportunity and another set of people, right? So, I mean, it's just part of life. And so, anyway, that's a quick personal update for anybody that cares, you know. I mean, it is what it is. So, anyway, I'm just going to leave that at that, and I'm going to close this video out here, and then we might get into some work or something. How about that? So, anyway, my prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you, and that you might see all of your blessings as from Him. Hope you have a great day.